Hey guys, and welcome to another Let's Play. This is Signalis. This is a new indie survival horror style game, and I had briefly heard about this game, but it was only until yesterday, or it wasn't until yesterday at the time of this recording, that my friend Reaver of Jill Sandwiches mentioned this game, and I looked into it. I'd heard of the name, but I hadn't really thought too much about it. I looked it up, it was on Game Pass. I decided to look up some footage, and it seemed really, really interesting as a new game in an old school kind of survival horror, I guess, look to it, genre. I played so far about the first hour of this game, and it's pretty good. It's different. It's definitely old school. It kind of has a bit of a Alien Isolation, early 90s, late 80s kind of vibe to it, which is interesting. All these flickering monitors and computer terminals and whatnot. It's interesting. It's kind of like how the 80s thought the far off future was going to be, you know, that retro future kind of vibe. Anyway, let's get into it. The story is confusing to say the least, but I haven't really got that far into the game so far anyway. So anyway, we've got to continue here because I've been playing it on my Xbox, and apparently your Xbox and PC saves can carry over on Game Pass, which is really bloody cool. I like that. So let's go continue. I am going to be playing this on my Xbox as well as recording this, so I'm hopefully going to have minimal time getting lost and that kind of stuff. Famous last words and all that. So let's begin a new file. My monitor has this horrible dynamic contrast that I swear I could turn off, but I don't know how. So here we are, we've woken up in a mysterious unknown room. We have no feet as well, which I thought was a weird graphics choice, but there is a reason for it. Anyway, let's start having a little rummage around, see what the hell's going on. Start exploring our new and fantabulous world. We have a map. The map is very, very, very good. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I wish more games had a map like this. We also have our inventory screen here. That is a picture of us telling us our health. We have diagnostics and all this other stuff. We have a lot of, somehow. There we go. Diagnostics. We're hypersensitive at the moment. Okay, apparently. But we're nominal. So, you may not realize this, but we're actually a robot. We're a replicant. Which kind of takes some of the horror away for me. Because, like, well, you know, although we're a self-aware robot, we're just a robot, you know? So, it's cool. Anyway, let's start exploring what we have here. So I've been playing this on my Series S, and there are certain areas where we can go through and we'll get a first person view in this kind of 3D environment. It's really, really cool. Apparently it's made by 2 people. So we've got a terminal here. Locked. Airlock controls. We're Penrose 512. Okay, well, insert key. Well, we don't have a key yet. But we do have an EVA suit in the case. Well, that's useful. Alright, well. So, Actung. Okay. Decompression area, I suppose. Yeah, there's a lot of German in this game. I'm assuming we're actually, like, with a German faction of some description. I can only speak a very small amount of German, so... So anyway, let's have a little poke around at the cockpit. Things don't look good. We're definitely on some kind of ship. And we're not flying, it would seem. Alright, let's have a little look around. The ship's control panel. Judging from the readout, there's no chance it'll ever fly again. Well, okay, that could be bad, depending on where we are. Landing and docking assistant monitor. It's of no use to me now. Okay. The port control panel. There has been a critical systems failure due to a hard landing. The starboard control panel. The controls aren't responding to any input. Probably an electrical failure. Yeah, probably. It's quite cozy in here, to be fair. Like, you know, nice little cockpits, lots of buttons to push. Okay. Well, there is a picture hanging here. A faded photograph is stuck to the LDAM controls. Pick up the photo? Sure. Pick up the photograph. Now, in a kind of Resident Evil-esque manner, if we go into our inventory, we can actually inspect things. It looks like the pigment was damaged by the time and exposure to the elements. Interesting. So it looks like it says cryo with a pattern on it. Alright, interesting. Now one thing I do want to do, go to settings. Now somehow full screen VC. Okay. Pixel scale. Right, okay. Well, this is interesting because you didn't have all these options. Okay. I was hoping I could turn off some of the post-process effects because it does get in the way. But I guess not. Alright, fine. So when we're examining things, it's kind of hard to read them. So if we get that symbol, it means the door's broken. We can't go through. The door is defective. And that means it's definitely broken, at least to my understanding. If the door is locked, it will say the door is locked. So, it looks like we're on our own here. Getting quite the aliens vibe. So, the Penrose. So, that's the ship we're on, I guess. Status, critical system failure detected. Location, unknown planetary surface. Report. Crew status. So we have Yeong, who is a Gestalt pilot, no signal. And we have LSTR 512 replicant unit, active in the mess hall. That's us! We're a robot. Ooh. Hard landing on surface has damaged critical systems. Warning, surface temperature critically low. Wear protective clothing during an AVA. So I'm guessing although we're a robot, we're fairly kind of, you know, we're more of an android, so we're susceptible to cold and stuff like that. We're not exactly a Terminator, basically. So anyway, we have some adhesive tape. We better go grab that because, you know, a bit of duct tape is always going to be useful. We have some little books to read here. LSTR features Repair Logic module. Serving our great nation as ship's technicians aboard the scout vessel of the Penrose program. LSTR. Yes, thank you, Windows. Type replicants like yourself are equipped with a specialized repair logic module, RLM, allowing them to quickly and easily repair both themselves and important mission equipment. Accessing the RLM functions, yeah, that's just basically telling us how to repair, inspect items, and all that stuff. So we've got the duct tape. So obviously, having duct tape, we need to find and repair something. But gosh, what could that be? Oh well, let's keep exploring. Penrose Type Vessel Field Operations Manual. Penrose type vessel of the Eurasian People's Navy are low-cost space exploration vessels deployed beyond the solar system's edge in the search for planets and moons fit for inhabitation or rich in natural resources to support the continuous growth of our great nation. Okay. So we're the Eurasian People's Navy. Okay. All Penrose vessels are piloted by a Gestalt scout officer supported by a land survey/ship technician replicant. Right. This is a partner system of Gestalt/replica cooperation has proved successful in countless previous scout operations. Mutual control and support allow both the Gestalt officer and the technician replica to perform at their optimal capacity. Makes sense. Once the vessel is catapulted towards the edge of the solar system by an orbital mass driver, the pilot may adjust the course from the flight deck, whilst the replica will take care of mechanical maintenance of the vessel. Alright, so we have a pilot and we have the replicant who is, I guess, just there to repair and fix things and, you know, make sure everything's okay. Sure. Seems like it would be a very lonely mission, to say the least. Flying around, just you on your own with your robot friend. Okay. Smeared diary page. Woke up from cryo in an empty mess hall. Was wondering something. Alistair looking out. Flight deck. Something like some lost through. Sometimes I feel is home. Okay. Well, that meant absolutely nothing to us. Somebody has left a diary page there. Cool. Well, I'm sure all will be revealed at some point. Anyway, let's keep exploring. So, let's just have a little squiz at the map here. I think we've been everywhere. Alright. So, we're in cryo. Ah, would you look at that? Well, I'm guessing. Beep, 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 beep. We need the code from the back of the photo. Let's spin the knob and see what's in cryo. I don't think it's going to be a Master Chief. Or a Spartan of any kind. Ah. 2 pieces of a key snapped in half lie inside the cryogenic pod. Okay. We'll take the airlock key. Sure. Now, luckily, a snap key is no problem for us because we have some adhesive tape. So it's a polypropylene based pressure sensitive tape that can be used for joining, sealing and attaching and mending. Wonderful. A magnetic keycard that allows access to the Penrose airlock controls. It's snapped in half. Well, let's combine. And there we go. A magnetic keycard. Yes, it's been mended with tape. Excellent. So let's get out of here. Let's open the airlock and see what exactly waits for us outside. Now, I will say I'm a huge fan of the outfit that our robot self is wearing. Really cool. But then I'm just a sucker for black and red. Okay, so back out here. Oh, one of the suits is missing. The suit has been removed from the case. So hopefully whoever was the pilot of this ship has escaped. Right, well, let's use the airlock key. Now we don't want to freeze to android death, so let's get strapped. Oh, by the way, the sound design in this game is phenomenal. So wherever we are, it's pretty freaking cold out. Well, I guess the only thing we can do is keep moving forward. Can't see shit out here. That's fine. Appears to be a doorway beckoning us. So where are we? Are we on Earth? Have we crash landed on some alien planet? We don't know. There's a strange hole leading deep into the ground. There's a faint light glowing in the deep. Crawl into the hole. Well, I guess we don't have much choice at this point. Right, well, let's keep going forwards. Art style reminds me of another indie game that I played called Carrion. Totally different game, but it's a similar kind of art style. That retro. Look at this, the national flag. You can see it's definitely some variation of the German flag. Interesting. Dark pictures of a coastline and an island. Are they photographs? I guess so. We have some books up here. Old Imperial cereals. I'm pretty sure these are banned. Well, textbooks on radio operation. They look old and worn. Textbooks on... Okay, this is interesting. So apparently this stuff's been here for a while. If all this stuff is old and worn, humans must have been here before. Or maybe it was our pilot. But our pilot friend... Were they here for a long time? Have we been asleep for a long time? Maybe. Maybe. Computer screen is blank. Okay. Doesn't really help us much, does it? A radio transmitter. It seems to be connected to the computer. Okay. Old wooden wardrobe. Right, well... I don't think there's much in the old wooden wardrobe, is there? Can we... Old wooden wardrobe. A light switch. I'd rather not turn it off. Yeah, probably a good idea. The door won't open. Where could it possibly lead to? I guess there's some kind of radiator there. Ah, a heavy safe box wrapped in chains. See, I didn't have a good look around this room when I first played. So that's where we've come from, I guess. But we've crawled through this space, I guess, behind this box. All very strange. Anyway. Let's take this. An ancient looking tome is lying on the table. It feels like it's calling to me. Pick up the King in Yellow. Yes. Picked up the King in Yellow. Preparing to send message. Great holes are secretly dug where Earth's pores ought to suffice, and things have learnt to walk that ought to crawl. Hmm. Remember our promise. Okay. Chapter 1. So, we're here now, apparently, in the toilet. Bathroom stalls in various states of disrepair. I don't know if we need to use the toilet. I came all the way here to find her. There's no turning back now. All the way here to find who? Okay. Well, this place feels cold and isolated. Welcome to S23, Siplinsky. You have been selected or have elected to be relocated by Aeon to S23 Siplinsky, located on Leng, at the frontier of the solar system. Right, so we are on a different planet. S23 Siplinsky is the perfect place for a new beginning. At our prestigious vocational school facility, you will learn new skills to shape your future as a productive citizen of our wonderful nation. Here you will learn all about mineral extraction, ore refinement, and munitions production, helping the war effort against the remnants of the Empire. Yes, the Empire. Excellent. So, I guess it's the age-old Germany versus the Empire. You love it. And of course, learning is not just about theory. Aeon lets you learn your share whilst practicing your new craft right at the workplace. Concerned about your family, friends, former colleagues? Ask a protector about ration sharing plan. A portion of your ration marks will be sent to a beneficiary of your choice. Okay. Things are really not very good, are they? This sounds pretty dystopian. There's a key card with a note taped to the window of the reception. Due to staff shortage, report new arrivals at classroom C, northeast. Pick up the receptionist key. Well, I guess so. We've got ourselves a receptionist key. The surface access lift. I don't need to go back. So, we've already come... We've arrived and we've come down the lift. Okay. This is where I came from. There's no point going back. Well, I'm pretty sure we came from the toilet, but okay. Let's use our key card and start exploring. Well, that door definitely looks out of action. The door is defective. We've got cameras watching everything. It's locked and requires a key. Well, that leaves one door. Let's go. Ooh. This looks grisly. A dead eel unit. She's in a horrible state. Infected. Infected looking biocomponents are bulging out of her damaged shell. What happened to her that would cause this? Ugh. Well, I don't know. Hopefully, we're not going to fall to the same thing. Memorandum, wall safe codes. It has come to my attention that at least one worker might be aware of the code broadcasting frequencies for the protector wall safes. Any workers connected to this leak are to be interrogated until the culprit is found. I am restricting all radio privileges for workers until further notice. Adler. Alright. Don't know who this Adler fellow is, but... Keep records. Protocol everything. Remember, if you didn't write it down, it never happened. Get the right forms from administration and save your files frequently. Yeah, so that's the game's way of telling you that you must save your game often. If you don't save your game often, you're gonna have a bad time. Because if you die, and I don't know how often death is gonna be, because I've played for an hour, and whilst I have encountered enemies, I've never died. But there's no checkpoints, there's nothing like that. If you die, it's game over, you're back to your last save, which is brutal, but it's the way it is. Service request form F29. Date of filing service request form 84/21/4. So date, are we on? Is this like 2084? 2184? We may never know. Full protector ID of unit, filling out request. Okay. Service object. Mond and Trosha, or Trosha. High security wall safe. Numeric keypad. Location of object, classroom 4B. Description: the wall safe in classroom 4B keeps resetting to the default combination. What's the point of the whole radio code broadcasting system if our safe can only be opened with the code in the manual? And hopefully Windows is going to stop bothering me. You have unclaimed points, blah blah blah. Anyway guys, we're on 27 minutes here. So I guess we should probably save it. What is confusing about this game is that, at least so far, as I've said, if you die, you lose everything, right? There does not, at least so far, appear to be very many save rooms. So I don't know how deadly the enemies get. So far, they're not really very deadly, but there is lots of them. So we're gonna see what happens. Anyway guys, I hope you're gonna enjoy this one. I was kind of instantly hooked, and the more the game got going, the more it sucked me in. So I think we're gonna enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching guys, and as always, till next time.